So, you know what we should do? We should ride this on a train to see what that looks like. Obviously, to finish it first, but we should ride a train and see what the new thing looks like. Scenery lock? Nah, fate. Don't have scenery lock, I just go. We are vaguely enclosing this train a bit. This train spends most of its time being enclosed, but you know what? Fuck it. The people on this train are probably thinking, what the fuck's going on over there? Like, why is this train being enclosed? Why can I not... What's happening? Why can't I just see a mountain being built? But, like, nobody building it. Like, what the fuck's happened over there? Okay, so it kind of just... So it peeks out. So it peeks out there and goes over this little... terrain bridge. There's a tiny bridge of terrain that's built over the water. That was kind of unintentional, but I didn't move the train line. It was a bit unintentional, but then it kind of happened because I didn't move the train line before I built the water, so then it kind of just kept it there, which I now kind of like that actually. So just kind of, it won't look proper yet, it'll just kind of be a bit on the rough, bit on the wonk. It won't be like proper looking yet. Did that train ever go past that one I seen on the other side? Oh, bloody knows. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who friggin' knows? Man, the security are on fire today with them thieves. Honestly, thinking you can come into my park and... You're a thieving bastard, do you? Not on my park, you don't. There we go. Alright, so we're just gonna push this up. Push, 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 push. Push it up, push it up. I will rocketize all this area up in a second, So how does that look? As a thing? Oh, I can hear a train! She takes a while to get around, it does. There she goes. Hello! Why are you full? Seriously, why are you full? It's not like you're going anywhere. It's not full, it's almost full. I like that. So it's like, we do need to ride that and see what it looks like, but I want to finish it first. But that was quite nice actually, going over that watery bit. It like goes over the water but at a lower level and you can kind of look down and go, ah, yes. Well, this bit, do I want people to see out across the way? Or do I want just that bridge as your seeing opportunity? I think maybe just having the bridge to seeing opportunity might be slightly better, so if I just pull... Yeah, you're not seeing fuck all. Yeah, you're seeing fuck all. Yeah, you don't get to see nothing. Yeah, this train is very sort of... There, so it's going to pull in an area like that. You can kind of see, I think... Having sort of like... That, I think that's quite nice. So as you're coming down... I think that's quite nice, obviously, so as you come down... Whilst you're on this side, as you come down you can kind of... You start to come down, like the mountainside a little bit, you look down and you're like, ooh, water, ooh, lots of water and lots of mountains kind of style. And then you start to just go, you start to veer down into an area where you don't see nothing. into an area where you're seeing nothing, you just don't see anything. Like, you see nothing. Then you start to veer off so you don't see anything. I'll just kind of push this out a bit. But then you start to veer off so you don't see anything again. And you kind of start to veer away and you don't see anything again. Until you get to about this bridge bit. And then as you get to the bridge bit, you can kind of, you can look back. You can kind of see the water go around a bit. What I'm thinking actually is if I just pause a second and I just push it up just slightly here, and then I just push it up slightly here, and I just flatten it off just a touch of flattening around the edges to make it look a bit less sort of in your face, like that. Just like that. So now when you're on this bridge with the train, at no point can you see, I mean, I guess you can kind of, actually I was going to say you can hear, but you can't. At no point can you see the water ends, apart from over here. You can kind of see the water ends over here, but that's fine. I like that. Yes, Ellie, this is a thing I'm doing. Yes, Ellie, this is a thing I'm doing. I'm going to genuinely pull up mountains across the entire park. And then I'm going to try and paint them all. I mean, people are still going to complain that there's not enough scenery on the train to look at. But I think what you're looking at is fucking gorgeous. People will complain that there's not enough scenery on the train to look at, but I think what you're looking at is fucking gorgeous. Like, how many trains are you going to come across where you get to look out on this? Like, come on. Like, you don't need scenery, just look out the fucking window of the train and see the water. Apparently I never fixed that when the train went down there initially. Huh. I genuinely thought I had fixed that, but it turns out I had not. Right, do you know what I should do actually? Hang on. Here's an idea. Rock. Yeah, there we go, just rocketize all this new area up. If I just rocketize this new area, that should be... Rocketize my new area like this. Like this. And if I just use this, it'll make my job easier. Wait, is that that? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. It'll make my job easier in a second, because I won't need to worry about... Because now, when I pull up an area, so if I pull up this bit, for example, it will pull it up and make it rock, saving me other time. If I was to just kind of go, hang on, if I just flatten the foundation here. Yeah, there we go. So I will pull some terrain up around it in a second. But this... kind of vaguely, if we just go for like a height of like this. If we just vaguely go for, I don't know, like a height of that. And then I pull the train up to fit around. Sort of that. Where did Lily go? You haven't seen her streams in a while. I don't know. I mean, she wasn't in the Discord server yesterday, was she? She's not been in Discord server in a while either. Maybe she's just doing a lot. Maybe she's got a lot going on else, I don't know. I don't really know. You know, we've all got lives outside of these kind of places. You know, we've all got lives outside of here, don't we? Like, this isn't our life. We've all got lives outside of it. Like, I've got a real IRL job, because this isn't my job right now. But we've all got, you know, lives outside of watching our favourite YouTubers and our favourite Twitch streamers, don't we? You are else. I might have more subscribers than Nerdcube one day. I think with the way his channel's going, I think anyone could have more subscribers than Nerdcube one day. Because his channel's not going that way. It's not going upward. It's going fucking downward. I haven't looked in ages. Has he got less than 2 million subs now? Has he got less than 2 million subs now? And let me go check that actually. For no apparent reason. Does he have less than 2 million subs? Because he is losing subs quicker than you can even pronounce his channel name. I don't know why. I don't know what he's done. I think he's still making the same great content, and I'm still subscribed, but... well, apparently a lot of other people just don't see the same Nerdcube they subscribe to, so they're just leaving him and abandoning him for other YouTubers, I guess. Official Nerdcube. He's on 2.49 million. Okay. Well, he's still got a few, but he is slowly dropping off the fences. Still got a few subs, but he's slowly dropping off the fences. But he's still over that 2 million threshold. It's not like he's dropped off the 2 million threshold yet, he's still above that. He's still got that 2 million threshold. So he's slowly dropping off, but he hasn't just like dropped off the face of the earth yet. Maybe give it a few years and you might have like 5 subscribers. Give it a few years and it might either go up or it might massively go down. You might have 5 subscribers, you never know. I mean, it's not something I'm going to keep checking on, is it? Because I don't really care. I don't mean that in a rude way, but... you know... it's still something he enjoys doing, like you said that in the podcast, still something he enjoys doing. It just might really make it nobody again, but he still enjoys doing it. What does that look like, by the way? What's that look like? That kind of differentiating heights looks interesting. Oh, but you know what, actually? That actually hides in that a lot more. That actually hides in that, like, thing a lot more, doesn't it? Oh, that's beautiful. And you can kind of see little bits of it whilst you're on the train. You still kind of see bits of it whilst you're on the train, and you do go underneath it, which I think is very nice. But that hides that in a lot more, makes it even harder to see. I like that. Makes it harder to see. That's very nice. Makes that spaceship harder to see. That's really nice, that is. It just makes that spaceship that little bit harder to see, which I really like. That is very, very nice. Right. Is the end of the park here? No. Where's the end of the park? Is that the end of the park? Where's the end of this park? I think it's there. Is it there? Yeah, it's there. Okay, so I could potentially bring up this terrain here, because this is still technically within my park. Because technically, did I never fix this? I genuinely thought I fixed all these holes from where the train went before. Turns out I did not. I genuinely thought I fixed all these train holes. I thought I fixed all these train holes. What the fuck? Did I not? Do I remember what, Ellie? Do I remember back when this series first started? Oh yeah! Oh yeah, when this series first started. And I was using some fucking terrible microphone. I remember that. I remember that. What days when I was using a fucking terrible microphone, it used to sound like sips. Sounds like I was. Instead of using a microphone, it sounded like I was using a fucking toaster, didn't it? Those were the old fucking days, weren't they? Those were the old fucking. Hello? The letterbox just went in my house, which could only mean one thing: mail. Hang on. Well, that was worth it, wasn't it? That wasn't even, like, normal mail. Fucking stupid shit. Wasn't even worth to walk downstairs to find out what it was. Like, there was just a thing where it was like, oh, pet insurance. I don't have a fucking pet. I did. About fucking centuries ago, but yeah. And then some Christmas thing from a local shop. Christmas? We haven't even fucking... Like, really? Christmas? We haven't even had Halloween yet. Like, come on. Don't get ahead of yourself. Like, you're a bit friggin' early, are we not? For fucking Christmas. Well, whatever. I can't judge. I can't judge based on anything really, just whatever. It's just a thing really, innit? Some people clearly think about Christmas before. Christmas, I don't know why people think about Christmas before Christmas, but they do. My personal opinion, fucking don't think about Christmas till after Halloween. Or as I shall be referring to it this year, Doctor Who Day. Because it's also the same air date for Doctor Who Flux. And it's also the day where I inevitably complain at Chris Chibnall and tell him he's writing shit. I mean, by the time this goes up to YouTube, it will already be out. And I'll probably have inevitably already ranted on Twitter about his terrible writing. But hey! Maybe, just maybe, Chris Chibnall will surprise us and write the best series he's ever written. Maybe. Maybe he'll write something good. It's not going to happen, is it? He's going to fuck it up. He's going to write something stupid. He's going to write something shit. All of his 6 chapters are not going to make any sense, and I'm going to be sitting here going, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, mate? Seriously. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, you fucking weirdo? Do you know what I'd really love, by the way? I know you're not going to see her back in Doctor Who, because the actor that played her is dead. But I'd really love, with the straightest of faces, before he leaves, I'd really love, with like the straightest of faces, before he leaves Doctor Who next year, I'd love Chris Chibnall to come out with the straightest of faces and go, okay, I'd love Chris Chibnall to just come out with the straightest of faces and like tell me how Sarah Jane and Captain Jack are fucking Time Lords with a straight face. Because like, let's be honest, neither of those 2 people were born on Gallifrey. Also apparently neither was a doctor either, but she's one. But a doctor's one, because logic. But I'd love Chibnall, before he leaves, with like the fucking straightest of faces, to tell me how Captain Jack and Sarah Jane are Time Lords, with just like the straightest of faces. I don't think he could do it, because I think he's dragged himself so far down a rabbit hole with his weird story of how you become a Time Lord. But what I want is I want Chibnall with like the world's straightest face To just basically come out and go, do I even like that bit? Nah, I don't. I don't like that bit. Go away. I'd love Chibnall to just come out with the world's straightest of faces and go, yep, this is how Sarah Jane and Captain Jack became Time Lords. I don't think he could do it. I honestly don't. And it's just because he's driven himself so far down this weird, convoluted rabbit hole of how you become a Time Lord. And like, because of that, I don't think Chibnall will be able to explain with a straight face how two people, you know, like someone like Captain Jack and Sarah Jane can be Time Lords. I don't think he'd be able to explain that one. I think that would be far beyond his explaining range, to be honest. Like, it's just, it's something I would love to see, though. Like, just see Chibnall try and explain to me how Captain Jack and Sarah Jane Time Lords. It'd be kind of funny to see him try and explain such a convoluted story. And maybe he'd come up with some stupid storyline where he's like, Captain Jack's parents are born on Gallifrey or something stupid, I don't know. Or he'll try and come up with an even weirder story that the Doctor's his fucking child or whatever, and the Doctor's got another child. Well, technically Doctor Who does have a kid. We found that out in the David Tennant era. The Doctor's got a daughter. Which is something we've never really heard much of again. It'd be nice to, I'd say, have that kind of thing back, but well, you'd have to bring back David Tennant's wife, wouldn't you? Because that was who played the Doctor's daughter. Which was an odd thing, actually. I remember David Tennant saying it was really odd. Calling the person you were married to your daughter. Well, I don't know if they were married at the time. I don't remember. They broke their system with Doctor Who. What do you mean? What system? What system did they break with the reboot of Doctor Who else? Do you know they had a fucking system? I mean, at least we're getting a good rider back from 2023 onwards. For however long, I don't know. But hey, at least Russell T Davies comes back. And he's going to come back and save us. And he can right all the wrongs that Chibnall didn't do. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Chibnall, I'm not saying he's a bad writer. Because I don't think he's bad. Like, he wrote that very good ITV thing, Broadchurch, David Tennant was in. He wrote that. Really good. So he can write, he just can't write sci-fi. That's not where his knowledge is. Like that Broadchurch thing was very drama orientated. Which, you know, you can write that very well. Like, I think if you gave Chris Chibnall full permission to write EastEnders, he'd write the best version of EastEnders you've ever seen. He would just go ahead and write the best version of EastEnders, and he'd get, you know, be like the best EastEnders writer on the planet. Like, I feel like that's what he would do. He'd be, you know, the best EastEnders writer on the planet, because what he does, that's where his writing style kind of is, you know, with like relationships and yeah, I don't like that as much. Now, that's where Chibnall's writing style lies. It's like, he is writing, you know, him and sci-fi doesn't go, but him and, like, you know, drama and relationships, that's what he's great at. That's what he's great at. Sci-fi he's terrible at. He's just not. It's not his genre. And you can tell. You can tell that he doesn't really know what he's doing with Doctor Who. He's just kind of winging the entire series, and you can kind of tell that. But like, when I say he's not great, I'm not saying he's bad, because he's far from bad. He's far from bad. It's just his sort of era of writing and his sort of style of writing that he's good at is drama writing. That's where he really sort of shines. And you can kind of see that as well. Because like if you go watch Broadchurch, I don't know if it's still available on ITV or STV or whatever, or anywhere else like Netflix or whatever. If you go watch that, it's you can see the writings. It's got some really good writing in it. And that's because that's what he can write. And that's because he's writing something that he is strong and comfortable writing. Whereas sci-fi, it's just not his, his strongest suit, is it? It's not like something he can write. It's not something he can write, is it? It's not like... It's not like... it's not like he can write it very well. Sci-fi is kind of one of those niche things where you can either write it or you can't. And not everybody can, and Chibnall's one of those people that just can't write it very well. Chibnall, he's just one of those people that doesn't write it very well. He's not well versed with sci-fi knowledge. His drama knowledge is great. He's a very good drama writer. And the drama stuff he writes is incredible. And he'd probably be a really good writer for EastEnders. He's just not designed for Doctor Who, because sci-fi is not his era and not his knowledge of writing style. And you can kind of see that. He doesn't really know how to handle sci-fi. Whereas your two previous writers of the Doctor Who reboot, Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat, genuinely know how to write it. They were good. But also I think 2023 is going to be a better year for Doctor Who than it was originally. Because yes, Russell T Davies is coming back, but ultimately he's coming back better than he was when he left. Because when he left the role of writing, he just kind of left. He was kind of there, but he'd left. Now, he's got writing awards, like shows that he's written now. Some of the shows he's written now have been given awards for Best Writer. So yes, Russell T Davies is coming back, but he's coming back as a better writer than what he left as. He's coming back in a much better place than he left us in, because he's now got awards for shows that he's written for Best Writer and stuff. So I think, on that front we're saved. Because he had even better writing than what he left as. But it is something I'm not necessarily complaining to Chibnall. I think, his writing's great. He can write drama really, really well. Like drama and EastEnders and stuff. He can write really well. Because the drama side that he's written, really good. Relationships writing, really good. Sci-fi, meh shit. But hey, we'll see how it goes, for Halloween. Maybe, just maybe, he can have one final hurrah and actually give us a good series. I'm not going to hold out all hope for it. It must be said, I'm not going to hold out every ounce of hope for it and just sit here and go, and assume that he's going to make a good series. I'm not. I'm going to go into it with lower expectations. And if I go into it with low expectations, we might get something good. I doubt it, but you never know, we might get something good if I go into it with low expectations. But we'll see how... We'll just see how he goes. Maybe, since he started writing it, he's got a little bit of experience now in sci-fi, and he might actually give us one final hurrah, where we don't all inevitably rant on Twitter about it and complain. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it goes, but maybe, just maybe, we'll get one final hurrah out of the man and actually write something good. I mean, my expectations for this series are buried under the floor, because, well, we haven't had anything good yet. We haven't had anything good yet, frankly. But hey, maybe going into next year for his final 3 episodes he's writing, I might be able to raise my expectations just above under the floor. If he can write something good this series, it actually makes sense. Because I think one of the other issues with, Doctor Who and Chibnall's writing is he changes his mind all the fucking time. Like the last series we had last year, like the last series we had last year, when he did that New Year special that led when he started off on New Year, but it was like a 2-part special, sort of like New Year, and then it also led into the first episode of that series. In like, I don't remember which part Spyfall was. It was either the first or second part. He'd sat there and said, "Oh, all Time Lords are born on Gallifrey," which is the stupidest thing. And then the final 2-part finale episode. It featured, the Cyber King and then the regenerative Cyberman that the Master created. Also, I don't know if it was just Chibnall's writing style of him, or if it's just his acting style. I haven't seen him do anything else. But Jesus, Sacha Dhawan is a bland master. Fuck, he's a bland master. He's really fucking bland. I don't know if it's just Chibnall's writing style. If he comes back as the Master with Russell T Davies, we'll have to see if he improves. But I don't know if it's just him and his writing style. I don't know if it's just him as a person and his acting style, or if it's Chibnall's writing style, but he's very fucking bland. But in that last episode he was like, "Oh, the Doctor wasn't born in Gallifrey." But, the Doctor's a Time Lord, and it was like, what? And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was just like, "Oh, the Doctor wasn't born on Gallifrey." When he said, "Oh, all Time Lords are born on Gallifrey" in the first episode. But in the last episode he was like, "Yeah, but the Doctor wasn't born on Gallifrey." It's like, what the fuck? It's like, Chibnall, make up your mind. Make up your mind, Chibnall. You've said one thing at the start of a series and then you've done another. Like, you said one thing at the start of the series and then proceeded to end the series on another. I think that's Chibnall's main issue, is he just doesn't know what he's doing. He just he wings the entire thing and he just kind of goes, "Yeah, that works, yeah, that works, yeah, that works." But 90% of what he does doesn't make sense because he changes his mind all the time. He just goes, "Yeah, that's a thing, that works." And I feel like that's his main issue, is he makes it very confusing to understand what's going on. If you'd never seen Doctor Who before Chibnall came along, you'd be very confused. And you wouldn't know what was going on because he changes his fucking story all the friggin' time. And can't keep the one straight story. And you know, the casual Doctor Who viewer probably might not understand what's going on. I mean, half the bloody time I don't even understand what's going on. And I ain't a casual Doctor Who viewer. I'm a fucking Doctor Who lover. But like half the time I don't understand what's going on. And if someone who loves Doctor Who and knows a lot about Doctor Who doesn't understand what's going on, how's the fucking casual viewer supposed to understand what's going on with his writing? But maybe, you know, we'll see how it goes. We might get this random surprise where he just, for some reason, just plonks out his best writing yet and just goes, what? And everybody that watches Doctor Who goes, what the fuck's he done? I mean, I doubt it. I mean, I doubt it. I doubt it's possible. But hey. We can all be surprised, right? Sometimes in life, surprise comes to the best of us. And sometimes in life, we get things we're not necessarily expecting. And a good Doctor Who series from Chibnall could be one of those things we're not expecting. I doubt it's possible, but hey. Never say never, eh? I mean, I doubt it's possible. I really do, but hey. Never say never. Don't write him off before he's had a chance to finish. Hey, never say never. Just don't write him off before he has a chance to finish, I feel. Don't write him off before he's had a chance to finish. He might do something good. It's very unlikely, but it is a vague possibility that he could do something good. I mean, it's unlikely as all hell, but you know, there's a possibility of it happening. Yeah, it's very unlikely, but, you know, he might do something good for his final series and give us that hurrah! To be like, bye, see you later, here's a good series. I mean, what it is, it's a waiting game, innit? You just have to watch the entire series. I mean, already I'm kind of weirded out by it, because he's given it a name of Flux, and also his trailers haven't really got filled with any excitement. I swear to God, the only enemy I've seen, or the only bad thing I've seen in the entirety of the trailer, is the fucking Ood. Yeah, he's brought the Ood back, but like, like 90% of the trailer he showed, it was like trying to show off what the series was going to be and give the release date. The only thing I've seen was the Ood, fucking Jodie, Yaz, and whatever John Bishop's character's called, running back into the TARDIS quite a few times. John Bishop saying some words, Jodie shouting run, and it's like, is this supposed to excite me? Because what's it doing? Is it supposed to excite me? It's doing nothing exciting, it's just people running. I could do that. I could do that. I could run. I could run, I could do that. That's piss easy, I could run. Like, that didn't excite me of anything, but we'll give him some trying. We'll give him one final trial before we... You know, I can lower my expectations, and I have done, but I'm not going to write him off just yet. I'll let him play out his series and see how it goes before I write him off. Like, there's no point saying something's shit before you've seen it. You can try, but there's no point. That's like this park, for example. I can't start building something in here and go, oh, it's shit. Like, I couldn't have done this whole watery thing and thought, oh, I'm not going to bother doing it because it's going to be shit. Like, I won't know till I try. Same thing applies to this season of Doctor Who with Chibnall. Can't say it's shit till you've watched it. You know, you don't knock what you haven't seen. You can't necessarily knock what you haven't seen kind of attitude. You know, there is a very vague chance it will be shit because it's Chibnall and it's Doctor Who, and he doesn't write Doctor Who very well because he can't do sci-fi writing. But you know, you can't write off yet, or give him a chance. I feel give him a chance. And we already know that it's going to get better when Russell T Davies comes back because he can fucking write sci-fi. But you know, give Chibnall one final chance, I feel. You know, maybe I feel like giving Chibnall one final chance would be that good thing to do. You know, don't write him off yet. Give him one final chance, I feel. There we go, just like that. I will finish this off properly in a second and get that area done and that area done in a second. What I want to do just quickly, is once I've done sort of this bit and pushed out flat into a foundation on those bits to smooth them off a bit. Just kind of push the water up a little bit. I want to, finish this bit off, and then I'm gonna jump on the train. It doesn't have to be the first train because we've seen it. We've seen what the park main looks like. It can just be a train that goes maybe over the entrance and stuff. Doesn't have to be a train leaving the station. Why have I paused the game? When did I do that? How long's that game been paused for? I've been paused for ages. This game been paused for ages, I've just never noticed. There we go, so we'll just do something like that. There's a train going that way, so just like that. There we go. Like that, there we go. Now we'll just flatten this off so it's kind of push that in, push. So we'll just push this in. We'll just kind of go like that and push this bit in. Wait, can I have like green? Yeah, like that. Oh yeah, that. Oh, that. Oh, now that's quite nice. That's actually quite nice. That sort of greenish, grassy type thing, I quite like that. Let's just go give it a push in like that, but with the greeny bits. Oh, that's cool. That kind of gives off a nice colour edge to it, I feel. Well, that's given off a nice colour, actually. That's given off a really nice colour, actually, that has. I mean, that's a bit too big up there. I'll need to vaguely change it, but that kind of makes it look like the rocks have been here for a long time, and you know the water's been here for ages, and the rocks start to go mouldy and shit. Like that. Pretty. That's pretty damn cool. So it kind of makes it look like the rocks have been here for ages, and they're starting to gather mould, I guess. Yeah, so it kind of looks like the rocks have been here for a while and starting to gather mould, as it were. No, wait, no, don't do that. Just paint that. There we go, so it's kind of like, ooh, mouldy. It's kind of like, ooh, mouldy now. So it's kind of like, ooh, it's mouldy. So it's kind of like, ooh, mould. And it kind of gives off an, ooh, mouldy kind of texture. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to flatten the foundation from there. I want to flatten the foundation from in the water. But just enough so that I can push it back and give the water that sort of greenish sort of look and tint. Just a greenish tint. On the back walls. Just a greenish tint on the back walls. A greenish, sort of grassy on the back walls. Kind of greenish yellowy tint. Make it look like it started to go all mouldy. Because you know the water's been here for ages and it's starting to erode the rocks. You know, so it's like the water's been here for ages and it's starting to erode the rocks. I think that could be quite funky. I won't bother to do it all the way in now, it's kind of go like this. That's kind of funky. I think that's kind of funky. Yeah, so it just kind of looks like the rocks have been here for a long time. You know, the water's been here for a long time, the rocks have been here for a long time, and the rocks are starting to contract a bit of mould and are starting to erode. Oops. I quite like this actually. This is very nice. This is turning out a lot better than I thought it would. There we go, so I'm just gonna pull. Whoa! What have I just done? Where am I? Don't even know where I am. Don't even know where I am anymore. Don't even know where I am. I was somewhere, but oh, God knows where. There we go. Now, before we finish it off, where's our train? Let's just ride one. Find one that's kind of somewhere. Where are you? Oh, okay, you're just coming into the station. Okay, we'll go on this one then. Why not? We'll just get on this one, why not? Hello! Bloody hell, everybody's emptied off. I suppose they kind of have to, don't they, at one station. That person's wearing a crown. Do we sell those? Anywhere? Here comes the bunch of people. Oh, they're all getting off still. Come on, hurry up. Get off. Hurry up and get off so more people can get on and the train can go. Just so I can see what this looks like. Hey, here they come. Oh. Yes, I would like some lag with my train, please. I would like some lag with my train, please. That is exactly what I'd like with my train. Some lag. Come on, hurry up. Get on. Come on, hurry up. Get on. The park designer wants to see what a train looks like. Now that he's changed up the entire terrain. Come on, hurry up. Move your ass. Yes, run. Hurry up. I want to be on the other side, really, don't I? No, I don't want to be in cars, no. I want to stay in the same car, but I want to... I really want to be on this side, because this is... I want to be on both sides, really. So what I'll do is I'll kind of start on this side, and then I'll flick over. That one's wearing a space hat. Doesn't really fit this park right now. It might fit some of the mountains later on, though. Oh, hurry up! Get on! For goodness sake. Like 5 hours later, I'm still standing in this bloody train. Move! Don't walk! Run! 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 Hurry up! Get on this bloody train, would you? Oh! We're away! Finally! It's only taken 5 bloody years! But we're away! Didn't even fill the bloody train. Waited all that time, the train didn't even get filled. There's 2 empty carriages at the back. Oh, for goodness sake. Waited all that time, didn't even fill the bloody train. So we come over here. And you're like, ooh, mysterious, we're going through a cave. What's happening? Where are we going? What's going on? Where are we going? Where are we going to end up? You start to see, you don't know where you're going to end up, do you? It's like, ooh, mysterious. It's like, ooh, it's mysterious. She's got a wristband on. Have they all got wristbands on? Have they all got wristbands on? Or is it just her? Well, he doesn't. I don't think he does. You have one on? Can't tell, because your arm's in a weird place. I don't think he does. Look what the priority pass stuff looks like. She got priority pass. Scrub. And you come out here, you look at that, you're like, ah. You get to come out, you look across that, you think, oh. I quite like that, actually. You can kind of just see some stuff. You can see this part of the park, but you don't get to see a lot. You don't see a lot of it. You get to see bits of it. And you go back in the train again, you're like, ooh, ah, where are we going now? What's happening? Where are we going now? And you've got this bit over here. Where you can just look out on nothing, because it was the edge of the park and I couldn't fill that in properly. That's the only reason that's there, it's the edge of the park and I couldn't fill it in properly. If I could have filled that in properly I would, but it's the edge of the park again wouldn't let me. But like that, you can kind of see people leaving, you think, wait, leaving. Player, you can have front bumper cam. Look forward. Chase. Orbit. You can have the cinematic cam. And back to normal. I feel like for the first part of the ride, it's really this side of the train that gets to see it all. And that would have been cool to see a roller coaster go past, but sadly not. For the first part of the ride, it is kind of this side that gets to see it all. You get a nice little viewing angle of some water and you think, ooh, where's that water coming from? I didn't even realise I'd done that, but actually I quite like that. And on this side you can kind of, you look out and you see down and you're like, ah, there's even more water. And then you guys on this side get that big look across. That is, oh that's oh that's beautiful. That's actually really nice. I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. That's really nice, that is. That's really nice. Like, genuinely, that's really nice. Then you come up here. And this side you get to see pretty much nothing. That side you get to see nothing, but on this side you get to see some like, ooh, outsidey bit. Because again, edge of the park, can't change it. And you kind of go back in a train, so you keep going in the train, you think, ooh, what's next? So, hello love, hello. You look very happy to be on this train. And then what's this? Apart from some water. It's a ta-ta-ta-ta Slinky! And it's Stitch, that for some reason is facing the wrong way. Why are you facing the wrong way? And you go back through the terrain, and then on this side, and then on both sides, you can see on both sides, you can see that you go underneath a rocket ship that's crashed. Da, 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 da. And you start to see a bit of a bright light. Start to see some light as you come across this. And you get to look out upon that. Oh, that is beautiful. Looking out upon that's beautiful. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's really nice, that is. And you go back into the train. And you go a bit original, you go back in the train and you just kind of appear at the station. Yeah. Okay, where's another train? Where are you? Okay, you're just there. Okay, well you're just there then, that's fine. You're actually not too far away. You're not too far away. You're far enough, but you're not too far. Because what I want to do now... Hello, love. Is I want to see... And I just kind of vaguely want to see what... Hello! I like your hat. That is a glorious looking hat. Has it got a light? Has it got a light on it, or is that just a light from the train reflecting? Hmm. That's interesting. Well, I think it must have been the way she was standing when I light the train, because it's not... There's no light to it anymore. I do kind of want to do it once more, just to see what the people on this side kind of thing, you know. So if you're on this side, you don't get to look out upon the actual water and mountains and stuff, and possibly some roller coasters to ride and stuff. But I want to see what these guys see, what the peeps see. See what the people on this side see. See what you guys see from this angle. Because you don't get to look out upon the vast view because you've already looked out upon. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that there, like a little ATST just poking out, like, ooh, what's that? What's that in there? And you go under that. I like that you can see that from both sides. I think that's quite nice. So you can see from both ends that it's crashed. Because you've already had the big sort of look across view, but you've had it from a height. As you come down the side of the mountain, which makes quite nice. I want to see what these guys look out upon on the little sort of apparent terrain bridge that was created, which I quite like. What do these guys see? Oh, do you know what? It's not as nice as what the other guys see. But do you know what? Because it's not as big of a view. But do you know what? That's still really nice. I mean, it's not like, you know, this. It's not like this view where you get to look at more water. But it's still really quite nice. I still quite like that. You still see quite a nice bit. That's quite nice. And then you just come in through the darkness. Oops. And you come in through the darkness and emerge in a train station. Oh, I like that. That's really cool, that is. It's actually really cool. I know there's not much scenery to it, but it's really cool. Guests can complain about... Actually, what are guests complaining about? I'm tired. You've been queuing for washed out for ages. Well, there are 52 teen groups in the park. 24% say they're tired. Well, that's probably all ye bastards queuing for... Oh, I was like, why is nobody queuing for this ride? It's broken down. That's why. Is there any mechanic en route? Hello? Is there a mechanic going to this? Is there a mechanic? Hello? Hello? Mechanic? Oh shit! Oh shit! The ride's on fire! Quick! Run away! Panic! Ah! Better quickly get away from that before it explodes! Has nobody really fixed this yet? Where are my mechanics?